The year 1583. Gebhard, Prince Elector and Archbishop of Cologne, has married and converted to Calvinism. Despite pressure from the Holy Roman Empire, Gebhard is unwilling to concede the power of his clerical office. Consequently, Pope Gregory XIII has excommunicated him. The Catholic Church has moved to throw their support behind Ernst of Bavaria, and with him the armies of the Counter-Reformation. Our story unfolds 3 years later in the besieged city of Noose.
The Knights of the Shed Actual Play Podcast presents Zweihander, Escape the Noose.
I charge up to Raphe, I tackle him, and I smack him in the face a few times, screaming, "You left them to die, you bastard!"
You see the youth come running at you, charging as if to take you down.
I'll try and get out of the way.
Make a, what do you reckon, coordination check to get out of the way.
All right.
Oh, you want?
Yeah, make an opposed. You can roll to...
I just, attack him?
Yeah.
Brawl?
How about a bit of a perilous stunt?
How's that work?
So takedown, charge and takedown.
Yep.
Sure.
Coordination or athletic test.
So it's just standard. I failed. No.
You don't need to make that check. You kind of sort of easily move out of the way.
When after I move out of the way and he charges at me, I kick him in the guts.
Oh, okay.
Go for a roll.
I'm not trying to hurt, like I'm just
Yeah.
putting the boot in to make him.
Just to give him a, kick in the pants sort of thing.
You can make those dog attacks now, please.
Right, yeah. I missed with that first attack with the dog. Second attack is a hit. Quite the hit.
How about it?
It's only 5 on the damage.
Okay. It doesn't do any damage, but you can still go for the takedown. Athletics or coordination test, please.
Fail. And one final attack. Fail.
The gypsy woman looks on bemused and even taunts Perosuchio about his performance.
Beaten up by an old lady.
Okay, we're around to the next turn. The soldier strikes at Ilsa. A miss, but he gets her the second time round. She is now grievously wounded. She'll be dead next round from blood loss.
So does that happen at the start of the soldier's turn before he attacks? Yeah, okay.
Joan.
I'm too old for this. Just be about your business, boy. I'm just gonna wave him off and totter over and sit down against the wall.
He stalks after you and he says, "I'm going to enjoy this, you old hag. You should not have taunted me. You should have given up straight away. It will be less painful that way." He rolls to strike you, and that's a hit. Okay, he just starts hacking at you. 13 points of damage.
That's enough to kill me.
You're slain?
Yep.
Do you wish to spend a fate point?
Yes, please.
So, how do you avoid the death stroke, and what keeps you alive?
My corpulence keeps me alive. He shears off some of my hunchback as I roll out of the way.
With such a horrible bloody wound, he assumes you're dead.
Yeah.
And moves on to the common folk who have been trailing along. Takes a move over, but he takes one action point to spit on you as he does so. That's the soldiers done. So now it is...
Time for me to die.
Yes. Time to do some more granny hacking. These guys are real heroes, aren't they?
Yep. Have some of the people still running towards the boat? Like,
Yeah, you're certainly buying them a lot of time.
that's what I'm trying to do.
With soldiers like these, how did they manage to take over the town?
Okay, he goes for attack on Frida
Oh, no.
and misses. He'll just go for a regular attack at you. Miss. The gypsy woman says to Perosuchio, "Yes, I think the nun would be a good acquisition if I could have her heart. The entrails of the holy, there's a special lucrative trade for them. However, the battle moves on, and it is now Marsha's go.
Called shot to The groin again.
Okay, do your worst.
5 plus 5, 10 damage all up.
Oh, yes. You stick it in.
Yeah.
Roll a d6 for me.
5.
You can spend a fortune point and make that a 6.
Oh.
Is it a fury or chaos dice, that dice?
Yes, that's a fury.
Is it a chaos dice?
I think it's a chaos dice.
You can spend a fortune point anytime you roll a chaos dice to make it show a 6.
Right. Well, you've just taken him into the grievous injury track, so you get to roll an appropriate grievous. Well, we can choose one. Grievous injury for the groin.
So that's a light manscaping.
Manhoodscaping. Be very smooth down there.
No.
Roll a D100.
30.
Okay. I'm just rolling to see if you'd caused a vitreous hemorrhage. So I'm going to choose the most appropriate option in the grievous injury. So we've got the choice of butchered leg, a mangled organ. Yeah, they're the two.
Mangled organ, I think.
Doesn't specify which organ.
Before you do that, or as you go to line up, you just see him keel over.
Oh, okay.
You really hit him, and he sort of, his eyes roll back in his head, and he just collapses on the ground.
Take that, you dog. I've got 1 action point. I'm running. No, I'm just going to attack the gypsy.
You're going to have to move to the gypsy
Oh,
to get to
how
her.
far away is she?
Oh, she's some yards, but behind, sort
Okay.
of leaning up against a wall with the arms crossed, sort of.
Well,
But
can
a
I
look
use
of
an action?
surprise.
Can I use an action to rip some of my clothing into a bandage?
Yep.
Done.
Right, moving along to Steffi. She's got this arbalist.
Shoot the gypsy!
Are you sure?
Yes!
That's a really bad miss. To the point where the gypsy didn't even think she was being attacked. I'm all out of quarrels now.
Throw the crossbow. Use it as
That'll
a
be
club.
very heavy.
Okay. She stands there, blocking the path with her hands around this makeshift.
Get the kids
club.
to safety.
Oh, they're way ahead.
Oh, good,
They're
yeah.
being ferried along.
Good.
Joan, you're just lying there.
Mm.
Yeah. The soldiers spat on you and moved away.
Yeah.
But you're conscious.
I'm going to try and bandage one of my wounds.
Okay, you don't need to make a heal check for this. And this is a proper bandage?
Yep.
You managed to stem your bleeding. Still, it's a ghastly sight, that cut you took.
How do the soldiers react to their commander going down?
I'll tell you in a moment. I'll let you guys play out your actions. Rafe?
Well, I've got the boat sorted out, so I probably start moving back towards where everyone was to see if anyone's coming.
The vessel you've got can take 3 to 6 people. It's kind of like a dinghy. There's either rafts or dinghies here. That's about all you're going to get.
I'll keep looking for more boats.
Okay. Could you make a awareness check, please?
Yeah, 08.
Okay. You find another vessel that's of the same lightly smashed status.
All right, well, I'll start bringing that up to where the other one is.
With the first dinghy, could
Yep.
you roll a D3 plus 3?
4.
So the first vessel can take 4 people, and the second one?
Same.
Okay.
I will resist the urge to attack again. And I'll have a dig around, see if I can find a boat as well.
All right.
What was the roll again, sorry?
It's either pilot or awareness.
Success.
Okay, roll a D6 plus 3.
7.
D3 plus 3 or D6?
Oh, in that case, 4.
No, that would be 5 if it's a D3.
Okay.
A lot of the commoners from the inn are also now standing around on the decks. Do you wish to selectively put them into boats, or are you still kind of working that out?
First in, best dressed, I think. Oh, no, we've got to take the kids. Kids on first.
And how about you, Rafe?
I'm kind of guarding one boat for me. I
Yep.
think I've got Clotilda over by the boat, not on the boat yet, but like by that boat, kind of marking it as the one I'm getting on.
When Perosuccio falls, the gypsy woman claps her hands. Come back, fall back. Another day, another day. I'm rather disappointed in this. However, it is made for good entertainment. We might need to look for extra prey. The 2 soldiers sort of fall back, withdraw defensively, and move to protect the gypsy woman.
I just start bandaging myself furiously.
Steffi she's like, sort of looking to you. Is it safe to go? Is it safe to go? Are they sure they're not going to charge us when we turn our backs?
I'm going to give the soldier who fought me a bit of a wave and blow a kiss to him.
He takes immediate peril. He gets a slap around the head by the gypsy woman, and they make their retreat.
Do you have to be trained to wear armor?
I don't think so.
Because I'm going to get his armor off. I've earned that.
Yep, you're stripping the
Yeah.
Parasuccio. Well, he's got a flintlock pistol. He's got a saber
I can't use that, but I'm taking the bloody armor.
and brigandine armor.
Armor.
Okay, you
his
strip
pistol.
his body.
And his ammo.
There are.
And his gold.
Can you roll a d6?
I think in the time that it takes for her to search the body and strip it of all the armor, we assume she's dead and take off in the boat. Takes a long time to get a brigandine coat off someone.
Not if you dismember the body parts and just pull them out of the sleeves.
Cutting off limbs takes quite a long time too.
I think it's a very long time.
Yeah, no, I've been a butcher earlier in my life. I know how to how to cut limbs.
Deboning.
I guess the two old ladies are dead. Didn't make it.
Yeah.
We'll get our own boat.
Yeah.
I just there's a guy on the back of my horse too. I don't think he ever fell off, so
Man,
put him in a boat as well.
Tied on.
I forgot about the other horse. What happened to the other horse?
I think you left it
Yeah, I just kind of left it.
It's just
Yeah.
standing there in the alley.
with
Well,
someone.
it's still there then,
with
isn't it?
someone on
Yeah.
the back of it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh, well, so be it. You guys can pick it up if you.
We sauntered down to the docks in my nice shiny new armour, if a bit bloodstained, around the groin area.
Yeah, bringing the rest of the survivors with us.
Okay, a lot of the survivors had already run ahead, and it's just you two and Steffi, who and the horse with whoever was on the back of it. So we'll work out what happens when you get there, because butchering a man,
Don't really butcher him, Paul.
taking off his
Just
armor.
take the armour, and
Yeah.
I'm assuming Joan helps me.
I'll help.
So that quickens the time. And Steph can help as well, quicken the time more.
Sounds like you two grannies are rather adept at getting a man out of his clothes.
I would argue stripping a dead man of his armor is still corruption worthy.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't need it anymore.
He
Yes.
didn't need it.
No, I don't need any more corruption
Robbing a
points.
corpse.
No, it's not a buried corpse or an interred corpse.
Yeah,
it's
we're
just a.
not looting a graveyard.
This is some really strange, moral justification going on here.
It's a war.
I agree with you, Dave. Let's go for a D3 corruption.
2. That's my first corruption, so I'm good with that.
1.
Yeah, am I going to have to take some for running off on the others?
No, that was a fair response by the sounds of it. So, did you want to check his teeth for gold caps or anything like that while you're at it?
Just getting the ammo for the pistol, and the armour.
Whatever's in his pockets as well.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
okay, you can do that.
D6 black powder shots.
Yeah, I just want more protection because I'm obviously, not very well protected in cloth clothes.
Yeah, the cod piece is a little bit scraped.
Yeah, there's a big
I
chunk
mean,
of meat in that.
Strictly speaking, the cod piece wouldn't be part of the brigandine.
No,
so.
I didn't think it would be.
The description of the brigandine armor in the armor description talks about the cod piece with
Does it?
a leering.
Really? Can't read
Um,
that. I gotta read that.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I'm also going to grab my shiv from the ground.
You retrieve your shiv.
Yep.
And you've got the saber as well. Did you take the saber?
Is that a simple melee
No,
weapon?
It's a martial.
Oh,
That's why I left it.
Yeah, I can't. I'm not going to take that. Does he have a dagger or anything?
No. So let's look at who gets on the boats. So who's we've got boat 1 with Raphe and horse and injured
Who's the mother of the kids?
Steffi.
She probably should get on the boat with her kids.
Steffi and boatload of kids, because there were two others that came out with the babies. So there's 5 children and 1 other person.
Me.
Okay. Do you know boats, Helmut?
No.
When you two get to the docks, you notice that the others have pushed off, I'm guessing? Or were you going to wait for the grannies to turn up?
I think if Steffi had come up and said they were still alive, we'd wait.
Okay. Steffi comes up and says they're doing something to the body back there of that dirty dog, and I think he deserves it. And she proceeds to get on a boat with Helmut and the 5 children. And there's 1 boat left, and all the others There's 6 of them, and it's so 4 of them can get on, and then there's 2 left standing on the docks.
Better get to looking for another boat. Not me.
As you guys run up, there are 3 boats that are full. If you get more people on them, then there's a chance that they will capsize more easily. And at the moment, there are 4 of you left on the docks with no boat and a horse.
Well, you can just let that horse go.
No, you've got your own boat, have you?
Yeah, my horse is on a boat.
So who's left? It's me, Joan.
I'm gone.
Oh, who else is there? Steph? Or no, Steph's on the boat.
No,
with the
she
kids,
should be
isn't
on a boat.
Yep, she's on the boat with the kids.
Okay. Can we find another boat?
Roll a d6.
4.
There are no more boats to be had.
Is there any like dinghies or canoes, single person boats, or?
You might be able to find some sort of like a barrel or a plank, unless you can find some other way of procuring yourself a vessel.
Found a couple of other crap ones, didn't I?
Oh, that's right. Yes, you did.
Point to them and say where they are.
Thanks.
They're still, they can still sail as far as I could tell. They're just not
I'm just beaten up.
as safe as.
Yeah, can we try and like make a raft or something?
Could take a while.
There is a severely smashed raft. It's just holding together by a prayer.
We lash it together with some more rope.
Yeah, where's that rope that you had?
Yeah, we've got the rope from earlier.
Throw them the rope.
Yeah.
I don't need it now.
Yeah.
We'll lash some barrels to it.
All right, so you're kind of doing a bush job.
We're gonna drown.
Yeah.
It kind of makes you feel more confident, which is probably a dangerous thing with this vessel. So when you do the pilot skill for this vessel, it's going to be at -10 naturally as you push off. But the rest of you get into the super smashed vessel. One thing you notice about the river at this time of year, it is summer and the river's lower, so that you can sort of see like sunken vessels, masts are sticking up. Because the water level's lower, it's also more easily to, perhaps get tangled underwater by unhidden ropes and lines and other debris. Trees that have been washed into the river that could snag you. So swimming could be potentially dangerous, particularly if you go under, you could get caught. So I just want to put that out there. Along the river, presently directly facing you is a bunch of cannons, and on either side of the riverbank, you can sort of see men on horseback sort of patrolling and butchering anyone who kind of swims to the edge. And they're not holding back; they just slay people in the river. So if you want to go any faster than the normal speed, like you can push the vessel just like you would a carriage and make piloting checks to go faster, which will get you the hell out of there quicker. Or you can just take it as it comes.
We might take it as it comes in our lashed together craft. Good, you pray I'll pilot us to our deaths.
I suppose I'll give it a go. Try and pilot it a bit faster.
So this injured guy who's on my boat, he doesn't know how to pilot a boat, does he?
Roll a d6.
Wish I had that fortune point. 6.
Yeah, I can do it. I can do it.
All right, I trust you.
You can roll for him, Dave. He's got a 42% pilot. So one of the things with vessels is when you can sort of jink, which is sort of to move out of the way. Hopefully you won't need to jink because it sounds you're going to have to flip your results to pilot.
I mean, in theory, those cannons shouldn't be pointed at the river, right? They've got a higher elevation than that.
That's it. And they're just sort of occasionally firing off into the city, but they had to stand down in case they'd kill their own folk. However, as you push off into the river, a captain points to your vessel and starts barking orders. In response, 6 men swing the cannon in an attempt to sink the vessels. Other men look on jeering. Let's see who they fire at.
It's going to be us.
Oh, God, I hope not.
They fire at your...
What did I say?
Let's see.
What did we do to deserve this?
Yeah, it's like everything is against us. We stay behind and defend the civilians.
Well, easiest target.
You guys were the last to push off.
Ugh.
Easiest to sink to in the shittiest boat.
Aim for the one with the horse.
From the riverbank, you can see men starting to make bets. This is not so much of a routine sort of thing that they do, but
Moving target would be
still
a lot
are,
harder for
yeah.
them.
they're bored. Cannonball misses by 9 yards.
Oh,
Immediately, there's you see the artillery crew immediately move to throw buckets of water over the red-hot barrel to cool it down. Other teams begin frantically loading their cannons, clearly enjoying the challenge. Does anyone wish to make any additional actions at this time?
I'll push my boat as far as hard as I can, which isn't very. Don't actually know how to sail.
we can't do anything.
Okay, so you're going to... How are you going to push it?
I don't know.
Make it go faster?
How do you make it go?
We make our boat spin in a circle because that's how all we know how to do. With the
It's about all I know how to do as well.
Are you going to gun it?
Yeah. I'll
Okay.
do what I can, which is virtually nothing. Oh, 27. Yeah, that's okay.
Don't you have to flip?
Oh, you're right, 72. I'm sorry. Nope,
Sorry.
that's a fail. You jerk.
Well, you still get to move at regular speed.
Yeah.
There's no downside to failing.
Though the stress of it gets to you, roll D10 peril.
All right. That's right.
This is a lovely jaunt on the river, isn't it?
Oh,
it's,
10.
it's lovely.
Do you go for many jaunts
So
on the river, Joan?
You move 2
Not
steps
recently.
down the track, do you?
Oh, yeah. I'm incapacitated. I completely freak out.
Do I know the name of the guy who's on my boat? The injured guy?
You could ask him.
Well, let's assume I have asked him at some point.
His name's Klaas.
Class? Raphe says, Class, do you see those cannons?
Yes.
I do believe you should gun it.
Right. He gets down off the horse and does whatever special thing.
Well, I assume I would have found some oars or a pole or whatever it is
Yes.
in my search.
Okay, make a roll.
Nope.
So you just careen down. He's finding it difficult. The oars are getting stuck in some of the other wrecks around the place. He starts looking stressed as well.
Good job. Good try.
He's going to have a -10 to his next roll. He's becoming stressed from peril. You guys just going to drift down? Yep. Steffi's just drifting down.
Allegedly cruise down the river.
It's the point I'm at.
Did you bring the cucumber sandwiches, Joan?
Beautiful summer afternoon for it.
Could I have a bit of that bread?
Does appear they've gone completely mad.
After some time passes, a cannon is fired at your vessel, Helmut.
Mm-hmm.
You can do nothing. But
I
just
can do nothing. I'm
watch
pretty
it
much
sail.
catatonic. I'm sailing the boat, but as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing else around me. It's just,
goes wide and splashes in the river.
I don't even notice it.
You're safe. Another cannon fires at the other boat with all the commoners. Misses. Who'd like a cannon shot
Yeah, we'll
at
go
them?
for another one.
That's very close.
Oh,
So close, in fact, that I'm going to go for another shot at you guys.
no.
What a jerk.
It's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. Miss.
Oh,
Let's go for a shot at Rafe's ship. Rafe's
How
boat.
many cannons are there?
Oh, there's a lot.
They can't all be pointed at the river reasonably, though.
No, this is borne out over some 5-10
right.
minutes. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a miss.
Good.
Let's go for a misfortune point. You better make a maneuver.
Okay, I'm going to jink. Nope.
There is one fortune point left in the bowl.
So, well, I'm going to use it then. Yep. 14.
Yeah.
Class manages to steer the boat with your help.
Good man, class.
It's the least I can do for putting me upon your mighty steed.
Well, if we don't do it, it certainly will have been a waste for both of us.
So that's been 2 shots at your ship, boat.
2 shots at Raphe. 1 shot at Helmut.
I've had 2
And
though.
1
haven't I?
shot at the civilians.
There's one final civilian boat. They're pretty hopeless. They're going to. There's one more shot at them too, which is a miss.
You don't want to spend a misfortune point on that?
I think you should spend a misfortunes point on that.
This could come back to haunt you.
Should be
We
worth
didn't
some
suggest
corruption, I think.
No, it's a miss.
Excellent.
Yes, but we got him to waste a misfortune
Yeah.
point.
With agonizing slowness, the vessels increase speed as they enter the Rhine's life-giving current, and you begin your journey downstream. The draft of the river captures some of the putrid battle smoke and the malodorous smell of gunpowder and other unsavoury scents. A corpse can be seen on a snag hidden under the water, and the putrid smoke is a mixed blessing as it obscures sight to the river's edge, making pursuit difficult. A group of horsemen trail your craft along the banks of the river, but by nightfall they are gone. You are left to drift to the sound of crickets and frogs in the smoke haze of the summer. You have escaped Noose. So, well done, and you will now gain reward points for completing the adventure. And I'd written these out beforehand, and we've got some other business to attend to as well, particularly around corruption. So, for those people gaining corruption, I think Helmut, you gained some.
Yeah, not very much. Only a couple. 2 points.
Okay, roll a d10.
I rolled over with an 8.
Okay, so you can colour in one of your order rank.
I haven't got any corruption.
Okay, you gain an order rank. Marsha,
So how does this work?
tally up your corruption.
I've got 2.
You need to roll a d10. If you roll 2 or below, you gain a chaos rank.
I rolled a 10.
You gain an order rank.
So does that mean my corruption goes, or?
Yes, it reverts to 0 as well.
Oh, okay.
I have 15 corruption points.
So you gain an immediate chaos rank
Yep.
and roll a d10, and you have to roll above 5.
8.
Okay, just the one. So with the reward points, you can all get these. So convincing character names and concept for the era. I thought they were all very well actualized, and you can have 20 points for that. In terms of gathering background information through social interaction and observation, from the roof and that sort of stuff, finding out about the situation, you managed to gain a bit of a map of Noose itself. So I'm going to award 30 reward points for your efforts there. Okay. Actually living through the tension and the peril, hopefully build some resilience and experience. So that's 20 reward points. What happens with Noose in the end is that there are only, a handful, if that, of buildings left. It is completely razed to the ground. Not that you know it at the time, but historically it was a complete slaughter. Okay, so that's the first phase, character entrance in the inn. Now, part 2 is escape and flight or fight. Okay, successful utility of a skill that adds to or advances the plot. There are quite a few instances of that. So I'm going to award 30 reward points. Wagon ride through the burning streets. That was a resounding success.
Went much better than I imagined, to be honest.
Quite
Indeed.
spectacular.
50 reward points. And you can have an extra 10 for that spectacular bottle bomb idea.
Hey.
Adding some flair to
Yeah.
the chase. There were some encounters as you went through the alleys. There was the 2 wounded men and the mercy shown to them. You avoided the left-hand path.
So that was bad.
Yeah. And the
Oof.
cannonball that came out of nowhere. So there's 80 reward points for playing through that. Now I've got one here. Successfully fleeing Perio Sucho, which is you two guys. You get 10 reward points for that. But for defeating him, you get 20 reward points. Particularly the world's better off without him. Now, escape by river. Successfully commandeering a vessel. I think you get 10 for that with with class. Piloting the vessel past cannon fire. You kind of just sat there and prayed for the best.
I'm not sure what we could do at that point. We were a bit beaten up.
It was probably the safest thing to do given the ramshackleness of the vessels. So 20 role-playing points each there, reward points. And now this is where it gets really lucrative. Saving an adult citizen, 10 reward points per person. So you had the 2 from the going through the back alleys and 80 reward points. And even more lucrative was saving the children. And you managed to pick up 5 kids along the way, and they get 20 reward points each because they were more of a liability. So that is 100 reward points. You didn't save Otto, the garrison soldier, who is madly clawing. At least you didn't have to bury him.
Should have had him. He buried himself, didn't he?
Fortune tokens remaining in the bowl. There's one left. You can have
was it?
10.
I thought I used the last one.
No.
Oh,
No,
it
you
was
didn't.
hidden from
Oh.
you. I couldn't see it. So there was one more. So you can have 10 role-playing reward points there. And surviving to the epilogue, which was meandering down the river into the darkness, 100 reward points each. You can have an extra 20 for saving your horse.
Okay.